I'm double checking. The camera is on. So frustrating yesterday. Ugh. Okay, before, this is the 10th. So we are a third of the way done. Blows my mind already. Let me clean up a little bit of my mess from yesterday. Okay, we've got a couple quiet days here, hopefully at the beach. It was a wild weekend. You would have thought it was really Halloween instead of the first weekend of Halloween month. I mean, it was just, it was packed here. Packed, I tell you, packed. Okay, let's see here. That's good enough. Good enough. Okay. Oh, I've been watching some of the Israel stuff off and on. I just so sad. Just sad. All of it. The whole thing. And they're full disclosure, I'm doing this Sunday night. Just the painting part so it can dry tonight, and then I can come in fresh tomorrow. But they're starting to attack Ben Gurion Airport. I've been to Ben Gurion Airport. So is Air Force One. When I landed, when did we go to Israel? 2008. No, maybe? Wow. Wow, I think so. 2008. I went with a group, and our plane landed the day after, who was president? George Bush? I think so. The good old days of the normal Republican Party. We thought he was bad for the Republican Party. Anyhow, the decoy plane was still at Ben Gurion. And when we landed, it was like, Air Force One is here. I haven't been inside Air Force One, but I have been on the crew that was at the airport and taking press pass information for George Bush when he came to Columbia one time. Because our friend is highly involved in the Republican Party. Although she doesn't talk about it currently. Good for her. I think a lot of the old guard are disgusted with the current Republican Party. But anyhow, I would stuff envelopes and everything like once every couple months when they needed somebody. I would go down there and volunteer. My mom went with me a couple times, and she's like, he's coming to Columbia. Do you want to be on the people, the group that checks the press passes and make sure that they're on the list? I'm like, okay. Which tells you how secure sometimes a presidential visit is. But anyhow, I was also in the room early at the airport, and they were receiving texts, and I got to see a text coming from Air Force One. It's on stationary and everything. I said, Air Force One. I'm like, oh, hey, where in the world have I been? I don't know. Okay. I thought since we are a third of the way through, I would read you, because I don't think I've been very diligent about reading you the chapter things that I've done. Chapter 1. These are just one sentence blurbs about what happens in the book for the chapter. And every day is a different chapter. Chapter 1, Agatha Christie Halloween Party, published in 1969. Detective fiction, a Hercule Poirot book, October 31st, a great day for a party. So that's day 1, just kind of the basics. Where is day 2? Chapter 2. Rowena Drake hosts a Halloween party for the 11-plus kids every year, which is what they call this age group, the 11-plussers. And then day 3, chapter 3. Where is chapter 3? Some of these. Oh, I think some of them I have both of them in there, 3 and 4. Chapter 3, Mrs. Oliver, a mystery writer, invites Hercule Poirot to the party. Chapter 4, Joyce is killed while bobbing for apples in the library. Excuse me while I find the hole to my pocket. Okay, that's chapter 4. Chapter 5. Some are sideways, some are... where's chapter 5? Here it is. Oh, chapter 5 and chapter 6. Okay. Chapter 5. Poirot, I can't say his name right, sorry. Poirot asks Superintendent Spence, tell me about the people here. So he's trying to investigate all the people at the party, starting to investigate and get their backstories. Chapter 6, Poirot visits the murder scene, which is the library, which is where the bobbing for apple station was. Chapter 7 and 8. Chapter 7, Leopold and Anne, which are brother and sisters, don't think Joyce, which is the girl that was murdered, saw a murder. And that's why she was killed, supposedly. Because she was bragging about seeing a murder. She's just bragging. Chapter 8, the list of party attendees. Page 8. Chapter 8. I think it was page 81. Yeah. See, I had to refer to this list all the time. Other murder victims and party goers. There's all these people and what they do and blah, 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 which I had to refer to that a lot. Yes, I have notes in my book. So, the list of party attendees was there's supposed to be another victim. Hint, hint. Okay. And then chapter 9 is in here, which is where chapter 10 will be also. Chapter 9, Dr. Ferguson says the murderer was at the party. Okay, so now we are doing garden, which is another big clue. And I think I'm going to, one of the baskets that I found from my other paper, not that one, is all green. And I'm looking at all these different kind of greens and I'm like, that'll work. But where in the world is my big hole punch? Hold on a sec. Okay, I don't have a big hole punch, but, oh yeah, it is. It's a 2-inch, I think. The one at home is 3 inches. Oh no, it's 1.5. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think I'm gonna punch a bunch of holes that include some green. And one of the manor houses has a big fancy, English garden that's like those maze things. I don't know what you call them, but so I'm kind of, these are bushes, right? Abstract, right? All bushes. That's a lot of yellow. But I'm thinking somehow I can, and I don't even actually know if I need to paint anymore on these things. Just took the dog out for another golf cart ride. Oh, I know what I do need to paint. Because this has too much brown. Well, dirt. Maybe. But I kind of want to does that look like an English garden? Not really. It doesn't have to look like one. But I want it to be reminiscent of garden, even for me. You know what? This piece of deli paper that I painted at home that has a really mossy green. I was just cleaning out my paintbrush. Circles on here, but I'm wondering, oh, you know what? Ooh. Okay, hold on. I might paint, oh, I have a cutting board downstairs that we don't use. I meant to bring it up here because that can go under here. It's a big, those really big hard plastic ones. I'm going to, just elaborate these circles a little bit more. And then, now this is acrylic. I wonder what it'll do when I get it. Oh no, it shouldn't move on deli paper, maybe, hopefully not. But this is gonna be the background. Maybe we should test one out before we get going here. Woo! What fun is that? I hear a saw going someplace. It's a good thing I'm doing this tonight because it's gonna take a while to dry, which is fine. I think it'll be okay if I don't stick my hand in it. So, yeah, it's amazing how many people are still here. Like, all these kids are homeschooled? Because I would imagine they all have to go back to school tomorrow. There's a lot of, I would say about a third of the campers have left. But there's a lot of homes that still have a ton of people. I mean, there's probably 300 houses here and 400 campground sites. I would say there's about 2/3 of the campground is still full. And later, after October is definitely for the kids around here. After October, then like snowbirds start coming in. And we'll see a lot of Canadians. Well, not a lot. Last year we saw a lot. I was surprised how many were here. I remember when I lived in Florida, in Pensacola, the Fort Walton Beach area, my husband was Air Force and we were stationed there, and I worked at the newspaper in circulation. And September 1st, snowbirds came. April 1st, they left. And they all, in those days, you had to call to get your paper started. It was a paper. And, God, it was crazy when the snowbirds came in. And they were mostly out in Destin, and that whole area just like quadrupled in population. Now it's not. I was there probably 2010. My husband and I went down there for a couple days. It's totally changed. But I was there in, 1985. A long time ago. And on this stuff about Israel, they're talking about 1973, 50 years ago. And I'm like, holy moly. I remember when that was going on. My mom and dad were watching it on the news. Okay. Should I add? Like, here's a pretty, these are such gorgeous colors. These are pastels. I don't have these at home. Oh, guess what? My husband bought a printer. He needs it for his work. I get to use it though. Yay! I don't know if this one's even going to show up. Maybe a little. Not really. I might just put little blue spots in between. Not really blue, turquoise. One of the houses I just passed with the dog on the golf cart has blow up things. And they're all of the characters from Nightmare Before Christmas. Every single character in a blow up figure. There's some money spent on blow up figures here, let me just tell you. And big, huge skeletons. Oh, like the 9-foot tall skeletons. Tons of them. Werewolves. Witches. They have taken over. I wonder if I could add a little yellow. Ooh, Ooh, we have two yellows. A bright one and a pastel one. Just to give it a little bit more of a zhuzh. Zhuzh it up a little bit. I'll let this dry and come back in the morning. Cartier, I hope you saw my comment from yesterday. I made my mistake with the camera just for you. Not really. Okay. We're going to let that dry. I love this paintbrush because it has such a long handle that you don't have control. I don't know where I got that one. Wish I had one like that at home. Oh, Blick Scholastic Wonder White, a size 14. Okay, look at these colors. Are they not luscious? An English garden. Okay, this is going to dry, and we'll be back in the morning. I think it's going to dry. It's pretty wet. Oh, that's going to be cool. And then these I'm going to offset in weird places too. But it will be very muted when it dries, theoretically, I think. See you in the morning. Bye. Not too bad. I found some more Halloween washi tape. I haven't found my Amy Tangerine stamps yet. They're here. They're here. Okay, what is all this? My zipper's stuck. Ooh, pumpkin, crow, skeletons, graveyard. I knew I had more washi tape somewhere. Oh, I like the black and white chevron. There's just a writing tape. Skeleton. Okay. I love these things. I wish Allie Edwards' story kit still came in these. But I think she stopped them during the pandemic, and then I'm sure they're not cheap for packaging, but anyhow. All right, let's put Perot on. Let's put this one on. This one came from New York City. The early 2000s, very early 2000s. My stomach's growling. Can you hear that? I hope not. Okay. Let's see if we can put this on here. Now we need to preserve the whole. Did I already put 10 in here? I thought I did. Last night. Nope. Getting thinner. Okay, chapter 10. Perot interviews Miss Emmeline, the headmistress, and Miss Whitaker, math and Latin teacher at the school. Did Joyce really see a murderer? So he's starting to talk to the different people about where they were, when it all happened, what did they see? How do they feel about Joyce? Was she lying about really seeing a murderer? That seems to be very important at this point. Hint, hint. Actually, yeah, I guess it was. All right. I'm not going to cut off this jagged stuff from the envelope yet. Okay. See if we can cut across here. This turned out pretty good. You see a lot of people doing their jelly plates with deli paper because it is so transparent, or tissue paper. And it kind of just leaves the painted part behind when you matte medium it down, which is kind of cool. Now, how in the heck did I get that so far off? Lord have mercy. Okay. Wrong fingernail punch. But we got a strip to put someplace now. I didn't bring a lot of deli paper with me, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to glue that down. And you'll still be able to see a little bit of this brown, which is fine. Not all of it has to be visible. It has gotten cooler here. But still, you know, by the end of the day, or the heat of the day, it's like 82. But 50, it was 51 yesterday morning. Get out the parkas. Okay. Oh man. So it's a little, oh my gosh, I had a dream about this paintbrush. I was in an art store and saw a whole bunch of them, and I got them. I just saw that paintbrush from last night. And that, isn't that funny? Oh, that's not the last thing I did last night. The last thing I did last night was watch my 49ers smear. Oh, smear the Dallas Cowboys. There's only 2 undefeated teams in the NFL right now. The Philadelphia Eagles, which I happen to like, and the 49ers. Should I do this? Maybe just on the sides. Yeah, you have all this washi tape. I'm not as precious as I used to be with it. Because, I mean, this, I have stuff from the very first roll of washi tape I have ever bought, just about. Okay. So I can still get into my pockets, no problem. I think this is the center of the book, which I added more pages when I got, before I left home. You can see where I added a couple more pages. But I don't think that's going to be enough, which is fine. Which is another reason why I haven't put a cover on this yet. This is page 1, not the cover. Okay, now, this is Abstract Gardens, remember? Which I kind of don't want to cover up all the paint. They have to be in an orderly fashion because English gardens are in an orderly fashion. Or do I do something like this? Because they do have like little centerpieces and they have alleyways feeding out. Kind of like that. I think I'm going to cut this though across the center because otherwise it's going to be too problematic. Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys, I felt sorry for them last night. Yes, we walked all over them, but I still felt sorry for them. You know what? This is going to require something else. I mean, poor Dak Prescott. If y'all don't like football, oh well. This is the Halloween football episode. He is touted as a great quarterback, but I mean, I don't know anything about, anything. And I'm sure, ESPN is not knocking at my door, but I've never seen him do very well. Every time, oh, he's a great quarterback. Oh, he's great. Oh, he's great. He makes mistakes. He threw interception after interception last night. Now, granted, the 49ers are great. And they're hot right now. But every time Dak Prescott threw an interception, 49ers took it and got a touchdown. And I love it when the 49ers are on national TV because then they put like the Golden Gate Bridge. Even though they don't play in San Francisco, they play in Santa Clara. at Levi Stadium. Do you know what Levi Stadium is? Levi jeans. You know what that Levi jeans were discovered in the Gold Country, right? Not discovered, created. They made their tents out of this heavy denim fabric. And they're like, these are strong. I wonder if we could use these for pants. And thus the Levi's were born. I went to, I played with a girl when I was a little girl that lived next door to like a great niece of the Levi's. Because there's still Levi's family around. You know, Bank of America was started in San Francisco. My grandparents only ever had that for their bank. And they started right after the Gold Country because, no, right after the earthquake, because people needed money and they were lending money somehow, some way. I don't know that part very well. But a little immigrant set a card table up outside right after the earthquake and started lending money to build your houses back. Thus, Bank of America was born. You want to know any other weird economic facts? That probably is the only one I know. Okay, I think I'm going to put this one here and then cut this one and put it in the middle. This isn't as grungy per se, but I kind of like the organicness of it. Not to, pun intended, because we're in a garden. I told my husband, he calls me in the morning and at night. And I'm like, I think I might go home in the morning. He's like, what? I'm like, I miss him terribly. You know that thing about where you can be at home all day with each other and never talk to each other? I mean, we do talk, especially in the mornings. We talk a lot in the morning over coffee and stuff. And we, you know, discuss the crazy world that we live in today and the dog and just everything, life. And I just miss him terribly. Which I guess is not everybody can say that after 28 and a half years of marriage. I guess I'm pretty lucky. I know I couldn't have said that marriage number one. I thought I was lucky, but hello. Live and learn. Okay. I just wanted that one to be kind of not so it wouldn't break. Now I have an extra one. How did sand get on this table? There is sand everywhere. That happens at the beach. Okay, should I go around? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. I love this color. What is this color called? They don't have, they just have numbers. 80, 880. Nope, they're all the same. Oh, 503. Now, I may not wet this one. I might just leave it like, you can see a little bit of it. Deli paper is pretty strong. It's stronger than tissue, regular tissue paper. It takes water. Okay. It needs a little something, something. Maybe a saying. Something about lost in the woods. That would be good. Except this is not the woods. This is a garden. Reach the chain holding the gate closed. Ah, to be regretted. Has anybody gotten the book? There seemed no possible escape. I'm going to put so wicked. So wicked, I like that. Out of the hollow. I always wondered if these stickers would have enough sticky on them, but they pretty much do. We need another short one. A really short one. I know there's numbers. Oh, here's 31. Let's see if there's a little bit bigger 31. 13. Oh, here's a bigger 31, maybe. Or I could put two 31s. I'll just leave it just like that. 31. But you know what I am going to do? I'm going to put tape over these. Because the deli paper is kind of tricky. And you really can't see the tape unless you are on top of it. Because I got the magic kind. Oh, maybe a little one of these stickers here. Okay, I gotta back off, lady, back off. Here's some. Oh, this is not that kind of garden where it grows vegetables, though. We're not that kind of garden, people. All right, I'm going to stop. But I really like this one. Just because of its subtleness, and maybe. I think I need another little piece of tape right there. These are so pretty. Not sponsored. Wish I was. These pastels. I'm so far behind in my 5-year journal. Those would be pretty in some of those pages. Oh, I love this. What's tomorrow's? Love. Isn't that interesting in a mystery book about a murder? Love? Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do... Okay, this could be love right here. How do we do love with black hearts? Yes, we can. That would be fun. So this is 11, 12, 13. Dubrovnik. I love that word. 11, 12, 13. What's 13? Well, it's vital. But I wonder, oh, you know what? Can we change 13 and 16? 16 is pagan. That would be fun to do it on here. And we've got black, black. I could put more black here. And I've got some stuff that I already printed for pagan. But I think I'm going to take this off. Ooh, here's black right here. Glue, glue. Yeah, we're going to switch 13 and 16 around. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Isn't that right? 11, 12, 13. So it's 14. Library. That'll be good. That'll be good. That's where the first murder took place, was in the library. Okay. I don't remember. Did they emphasize library in the movie? I think they emphasized a seance room. And I can't remember if that was in the library or not. Okay, I like this. We get a little pop of color here and there. There's a little bit of color. I guess that could be counted as color. A little bit of color. Oh, this one was cool. Investigation. Some of this I need to go back over, like with a matte medium or something. Oh, I love this. That was cool. It's interesting and fun to see if you can use up your products to replicate store-bought stuff that you already have. Okay, stop talking. See you all tomorrow. With love. Yes. You pretty?